what is it or who is it that's telling you that you can't that you can't? So I want to come to say you can't skill. So that's a big lie. That's a big lie. Right? So I would like to treat like this. I'd like to take this down. We are in change if you're not careful, if you are not careful. Do you understand? A lot of things can really get a better position for this. I can see my slide. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. So this is going to be a very live, how will I put it down, interactive presentation. So I am talking about a very important topic that is dear to me, and it says cannot upgrade and upskill and then move, right? Who said so? Who said that you can't? So what is that limiting belief that you have that keeps telling you that you cannot do that? You cannot achieve the things you want to achieve in life, the dreams you've had. Who told you that they cannot be actualized? And so kindly join me and let's look at this. It's going to be very interesting. And again, if you have any question, you can always ask in the section. Kindly let me know where you're watching me from. I'm in Nigeria currently. So let me know where you're watching me from. I'll be so glad to give you a shout out. Or kindly give me a thumbs up. Kindly touch your screen and give me a thumbs up. I'll be so glad. I'll be so glad. All right, so let me just start a poll. All right, so who said you can't upgrade, upskill, and move on? And make a move. And make a move. Who said you can't upgrade? Okay. Alrighty. Oh, first. That's beautiful. Thank you. Who's this? Century Buster. Alrighty. So, who said you can't? Who said you cannot upskill? Who said you can't make a move? Who said you can't make a move? Right. So, for us in the military family, a lot of things change very fast. Mission changes, posting changes, routines change, and sometimes life change, right? So sometimes life without warning. So as women, and especially military wives, we must not remain who we were yesterday, right? Growth is not a luxury for us, it is a necessity. Nigeria. Okay? It is a necessity wherever you find yourself in any walks of life. Yeah, in any walks of life, growth is not luxury, it is a necessity. So I just needed to note this down that growth is not a luxury. You hear me? If you can hear me, I need to write this down. Growth is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Wherever you find yourself, growth is not a luxury, but it is a necessity. And so the season calls for an update and an upgrade, right? Whether you like it or not, it's the season calls for an update and an upgrade. A lot of people are doing mind-blowing things. A lot of people are upgrading themselves with tech. A lot of people are getting to become tech savvy. A lot for courses, a lot of people are doing, yes, a lot of things. And so I need you to update your mindset. You need to update your mindset because your life cannot rise above your thinking. Do you understand? Your life cannot rise above your thinking. So you are what you are because of what you're thinking about. If your thinking is weird, your growth will be limited. So I do not know what you're thinking about, but you cannot carry yesterday's mindset into tomorrow's assignment. For every season, there is an assignment, right? So the environment you live in may be unpredictable, but your thoughts must remain intentional. Your thoughts remain intentional, right? Yes. So a stagnant mindset is a silent enemy. A stagnant mindset. When you do not allow your mind to be upgraded, right? So you get stagnant in life, whether you like it or not, you just get stagnant. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your living, right? Depending on your living. Okay. So, okay. So, what was I saying now? The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your living. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your living. When you think low, sometimes you begin to live below standard. When you think low, you live below standard. When you think low, you live below standard. When you think low, you live below standard. When you think better, you rise higher. So when you think low, you live below standard. When the quality of your thinking is low, right, it will affect the way you are living, the quality of your life, of your lifestyle. So today, I just want to do a quick reminder that choose your thoughts. Choose your thoughts rightly. A lot of things come through our minds, right? A lot of things come through our mind. Choose thoughts that empower, not thoughts that imprison. Okay, so another thing is upgrade your identity. Upgrade your identity. You are beyond your environment. Just know who you are beyond your environment, right? So, whether your husband is a civilian or is a general, your life has its own rank. So, do not shrink your personality because of your environment. Do not shrink your personality because of your environment. Your value is not borrowed, it is built. Your value is not borrowed, it is built. Your value, the value that you have is built. The way people see you, the way people perceive you is built. Never let a uniform determine your worth. I don't know where you work, but do not allow where you are working currently to determine your worth. Sometimes, if you don't know, maybe a kind reminder that you are worth more than where you're working. Oh, yes, you are worth more than that. So, do not allow where you are currently to determine your worth. Who you are must speak louder than where you live. Who you are must speak louder than where you live. Do you understand? It must and it should. It should. Right? It should. Okay. So you are a woman of purpose. You are a man of purpose. You are a teenager of purpose. You are a young adult of purpose. You are not just a person with a title. Do you understand? And so another one is update your emotional strength. You need to have some tough skin but tender heart. Tough skin but tender heart. Right? So military coming. Alrighty. Okay. So just a second. Where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from? Okay, so it looks as if I'm talking to myself. Okay, so where are you watching me from now before we continue? Okay, so we are talking about who said you cannot upgrade, you cannot upskill, you cannot make a move. Who said so? Right? Is it your family? Is it your inner self? Is it your inner self that is telling you that? Right? So, ladies, I'm talking to the ladies tonight. So, ladies, I came here with a question that refuses to be silent. Right? So, who said you can't upgrade? Who told you that where you are, you can go? Where you are is the farthest you can go. There's more to you than you can think about. So, in a world where even phones update themselves, even your normal phone, the phone you're using updates itself, right? Why should a woman remain the same? Just because you've given birth to children, just because you're not a mother, you want to remain where you are. I just want to remind you that you are not here just to listen to me. We are here to rise. We're make a shift. We're here to make a move that our future will be thankful for, right? So being a military wife, it change is normal because postings come around, they move our husbands, missions here and there, new routines, new terrain, new environment, and all that. But how come we adjust to everything except ourselves? We adjust to everything. So today I came to announce, right? The woman who supports a soldier is not ordinary. She's built for transition. If life keeps moving, you too must move, right? So upgrade and make a move. Your destiny is waiting for your boldness. So this is a wake-up call. Somebody somewhere whispered that you cannot rise again, that your age, your past, your mistakes, your environment, your abilities have closed your chapter. But hear me, the only thing that can change is the thing you refuse to change. The only thing that cannot change is the thing you refuse to change. The only thing that cannot change is the thing you refuse to change. Today, we silence every limitation and we declare loudly that this is your season to upgrade and make a move. Right? So, before, just trying to see. Hi everyone, where are you watching me from? Okay, so I am just thinking out loud with this topic. Who said you cannot make a move? Who said you cannot upgrade? Who said you cannot upskill? Right? Who is giving you that limiting belief, making you feel as though there's less of you? Meanwhile, you have a lot of capabilities, you're a resourceful person. Every military wife is a resourceful woman. Every military wife is a smart woman. Every military wife is a mother and father in one. Do you understand? Every military wife is one who has grown thick skin and is ready to adapt, to transitions, to postings, to different routines, to new terrains, new environments. Do you understand? Okay, so I keep telling my friends as a military wife that every military woman is a silent soldier. Every military woman, every military wife is a silent soldier. She fights battles her husband never sees because he's not there. She carries burdens her children cannot name. She stands strong in seasons that will break others. But even strong women need upgrades. Even powerful women need to rise again. Today, your strength is receiving direction. Do you understand? So I came to tell you somebody that nothing moves until you move. Nothing moves until you move. Life does not respond to complaints. It responds to decisions that you make. And today in this room, we're filled with a lot of military queens and some civilians, right? When last did you stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself this question? Is this the best version of me? The best version of me? Is this all that I am? Is this all that is for me? Is that all? Is this where my life will end? Is this the best I can get out of this? Is this my best version? When last did you ask yourself that question standing in front of a mirror? Is this the best version of me? I don't know who you are, but you are more than what you're thinking. More. You are more. You are not small. Maybe you are just looking for that small push to tell you to take another step. Maybe it's a push to expand more than what you are right now. You are more. There's so much about you. Yeah. Your real chapters are still ahead. The question is not can you upgrade? The real question is are you ready to stop shrinking and start shining? We're entering a new year, and a lot of us will make new year resolutions and say, okay, I want to do this year. I want to do. This is the 11th month. How many of us have gone through the things we wrote, our goals, our visions, our core values, and all that? How many of those goals did we meet this year? The year is rounding off. How many of those goals did we meet this year? Right? So, right? You do not need permission to evolve. You do not need approval to grow. So I ask again, who said you cannot upgrade? I ask again, who said you cannot upskill? I ask again, who said you cannot make a move? Who said you can't try again? Right? Before you were a wife, before you were a mother, before you were an officer's spouse, you were a woman with destiny in her bones. Some of us, when we are 15 years, we ourselves. Oh, when I get to age 30, I should have gotten my doctorate degree. I should have accomplished XYZ. Where's that woman that made that comment? Where's that woman? Where is that woman who said that before she gets to 30 years, she should have achieved XYZ? What happened? You don't need approval or permission to evolve. You don't need approval to grow. You don't need anyone's approval to grow. So I ask again, who said you cannot upgrade yourself? Who said you cannot upskill in your business? Who said you can't make a move? Right? So I don't know who I'm talking to, but if this strike, I need you to start thinking in this direction by telling yourself that there's more to me, right? There is just more to me. There's just more to me. To me. I know who I am. I'm more than where I am. This is not my final, this is not the least, this is the least version of me because I'm upgrading. Right? I am upgrading. I am upgrading. I am not the same person you met yesterday. I am not the same person. Right? So, a lot, a lot needs to change about the way you think. A lot needs to change, right? So I did not come here to motivate anybody. I only came here to awaken the inner self, that inner self that told you you'll be able to achieve X, Y, Z. Motivate anyone. No? Okay. So I don't know if this topic is interesting or I should just move on with another topic. I'm having a very low battery here. Battery is so low and very hot. It's low and very hot. Very, very hot. Let me get a fan. Excuse me, please. My phone is very, very hot. Just a second, please. Oh, we don't see there. Oh my gosh. It's something she's used to. Also,